Muhammad question, we beside Jesus question, everybody will answer question, and I'm asking Papa questions, and he will answer questions. One day, or say he doesn't want to open up. I have forgiven him because I love him. But Islam and modern science.
Yes, ma'am.
Islam, we have had people to translate the word Islam to us, but you can still translate or define the word Islam, define the word modern, and define the word science. So we will understand these words before you put them together and treat them as a topic.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
First of all, Islam, you know, basically it means submission. Coming from one Arabic word, is three actually vowel words. I-S-L, Islam, you know, or Silm, it means to surrender. So Islam, in retrospect, it means total submission to the will of God. That means you have nothing to do except the God who created you, who know you very well, to send you a revelation and to live within the pages of that, you know, revelation that is sent to you. So once you believe in that, and you believe Muhammad is the messenger of God, sent by God Almighty with the Quran, that means you submit your will to the will of God. You have absolutely surrendered your will to that of God, and you follow the Quran. Once you follow Muhammad, that means you follow all the messengers. So that is Islam. Islam and what? Modern?
Modern and science.
The word modern is something new, or something that advancement have brought about. Something that those who were not here 50, 20 years ago, when they come back, they will see is something different. So it becomes modern to us because it is inconsistent with the time that we live in. It becomes modern. And when you come to science, science is a self-repairing enterprise. Science is, you know, discarding certain principles and getting a new hypothesis. Science is, you know, research, empirical evidence prove that this have been hypothesized, and then it has been observed, and eventually it has been verified. So it becomes part of science. Science is knowledge, is seeking. Science is out there to make us understand the mechanism of natural world that we are. So it has to keep us going by doing more research, whatever. If that research is consistent with what we are thinking, then it becomes established science. So in a nutshell, that's what it actually means.
Great. So the topic is Islam and modern science.
Yes, ma'am.
Please take us through.
Islam and modern science. Yes, Islam is in modern science. Islam was revealed in Mecca in the year 560, you know, in the era of you know, the Jahiliyyah, which is the time of ignorance. But when Muhammad came, it became the light age. It used to be called, Mecca used to be called, you know, a backward age, Jahiliyyah. But when Islam came with the Quran, it became a light age, because the Quran is here to throw light to things. And in the Quran, Allah said, وَلَكَ الصَّرَفْنَا فِي هَذَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلنَّاسِ مِنْ كُلِّ مَثَلٍ. Indeed, we, God Almighty, we have explained everything that you need to know in this Quran. Then the Quran also said, إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا ذِكْرٌ لِلْعَالَمِينَ وَلَتَعْلَمُنَّ نَبَأَهُ بَعْدَ. This Quran is for the whole of mankind. But as time goes on, mankind will come to understand the implication of the Quranic truth. So from there, we begin to understand that God Almighty said in the Quran, things have been explained. And I'm giving you, there is a man in America, he's there already. He's one of the best, you know, science. When it comes to the modern science, he's written about 71 books. I'm going to remember his name. I always forget the name, but it's going to come. He wrote so many books, but 3 of the books became so prominent. Billions and Billions, The Brooklyn's Mind, and Cosmics. These books are the book of science. It has been translated to many, many languages. In fact, for that piece of work that he did in terms of modern science, he was given, you know, a plaque that shows that he is supreme when it comes to science. And all scientists today build their case in terms of advancement on his books. Now, he mentioned that 20 billion years ago, there was no heaven, there was no earth, there was no Jupiter, no Neptune, no Mars. None of this established solar system existed. Nothing existed except 3 elements: hydrogen, helium, and huge amount of dust. That is what we call interstellar galactic material. It bound together 20 billion years ago, and in the central core of that mechanism, heat, radiation, boom, it blasted. Science called that the Big Bang. 20 years ago, it blasted. But the beauty of it is that 20 billion years ago, you know, he's telling us that that boom is still being felt as we sit here right now. That recension, boom, is being explained. And he explained it. He said, to know that, get a stagnant water, get a stone, throw it inside. The ripple effects that shows that it is expanding. Or he said, get a balloon, you know, before you blow the balloon, put it down, get a pen, make a dotlet all around it, turn around, do the same thing. Now begin to blow it. As you blow, you will see the dotlets, they are moving away. That is how he explained the Big Bang. That means it is still expanding. And that expansion, it is the fastest movement that we can ever record in modern science. It's 186.3 thousand miles per second. That is how fast, boom, it's still going on, the ascension. This man was given so many cash present. He went to Yale, Cambridge, Oxford, and he gave lectures on the hypothesis, and they clapped for him. He's all over the place. And then we told him, look, man, this information that you've just brought about through painstaking research is in the Quran. He said, man, what are you talking about? In the Quran, a book that came over 1,400 years ago in the desert, far from any civilization. How could that be? We say, it's there. Now, you tell me, how did Muhammad knew this thing? Now, look at what the Quran says. How could that be? We say, it's there. Now, you tell me, how did Muhammad knew this thing? Now, look at what the Quran said. I'm not going to read in Arabic, just to make time easy. The Quran said, do not the unbelievers see that the heaven and earth were joined together at one point? Then we separate them asunder, and we made from water every living thing. Wouldn't they then believe? Now, we know today, from the common origin of science, it used to be the three elements bind together, and then it spewed. The Quran said, do they not see? How do they see? With their telescope, they go to the space. Haven't they seen that the three elements were bound together? Then we separate them. And then he said, we made from water every living thing, which is part of biology. We know also today that protoplasm is the basis of aquatic measure that brought about life. Life came from water. And the Quran said, وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ. We made from water every living thing. Who? How could the messenger in the desert, far from any knowledge, be able to tell us today, which modernity knew all these things through painstaking research, that the universe used to be, bind together, and then it blasted, and then, life came from water. How could Muhammad knew all these things? So these are some of the things that we show mankind. In fact, when they took it to, MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, in Boston, we showed them the model of the, the Quranic word. They said, who told Muhammad? I said, I don't know. You tell me. Looking at the area that he came from, there was nothing like pen, nothing. How did he know all these things? It's got to be an inspiration that was revealed unto him. And today we are seeing that. And the Quran confirmed that by saying, وَيَرَى الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمَ الَّذِي أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ مِنْ رَبِّكَ هُوَ الْحَقِّ. What it's saying is that those with knowledge, O Muhammad, they will come in future, eventually, to prove that you are on the right track and that it is God Almighty who sent you. And today, scientists are proving on and on and on and on and on. These are some of the models that I give these lectures in the United States. I get invited to go to colleges, universities. I went to Oxford, as a matter of fact, 8 months ago, and I deliver the same, modern. So what I do when I go, say, look, give me any science that you can think of, give me, that you have come about to give me, and I'm going to give you that in the Quran at one point. So that tells you that the Quran is actually in concert with modernity. The Quran doesn't throw away science. Many belief systems back in the days, they say if you learn and read, you're going to be beaten up. The time of St. Augustine, if you are reading the Bible more and more, you want to do it on your own. They say no, because Adam, as a result of knowledge, he sinned. So they discouraged learning. When the Muslims were bubbling with information, they opened a center in Baghdad called Darul Hikmah, the House of Wisdom, where Indians, everywhere, they come there. Because at that time, the Arabic language was the lingua franca of technology. We discovered mathematics, algebra. Algebra in Arabic, it means that which you can, like I say, what is this? No, it's here. No. Algebra. It became algebra. Falsafa, philosophy.
They just
change it.
Creating my own English.
So
coronavirus, typhoid, blood pressure, is that a science? Is it there?
A lot of them.
Give us some. 8.
I give you one of the mysteries. I give you one of the mysteries.
HIV, coronavirus, whooping cough,
yellow
fever.
It was. There is a book called Tib Nabawi. Tib means the medicine of the prophets. His advice that he gave. He said the world would never get to an end except mankind will enter into illicit sex up to the point that they will be doing it in public. Then God Almighty will send them a disease that will destroy them and will not have what a cure. So now you tell me, as I'm speaking, that you know that's AIDS.